Welcome to the third part of lecture 1. You already saw this equation in the previous recording. So what it says, you have given a equation y equals ac plus bc prime plus a prime bc. So you need to draw the surface from the Boolean expression. If you look at carefully, you can see here you have a dot c, that means you need a AND gate. This is your OR sign, so that means in between you may need OR gate as well. This is again AND gate, this is OR gate, this is again AND gate. So you may need couple of AND and OR gate to draw the circuit. This is a typical representation. So if you draw using 3 input, it may look like this. If you use 2 input, it may look like this. So just look at here, AC. So you need to develop AC first. AC, that means AND gate. So this is this one. So this is the A and this is your, so this is your AC. BC prime, this is again AND gate. So this is your B, this is your C prime. C is inverted, B C prime. So AC BC prime. Then your A prime BC. So A is inverted. So show this way. This is A inverted. Then B and C. This is A prime BC. Altogether they're connected OR gate, that means AC plus BC prime plus A prime BC. So you need an OR gate for plus. So use the OR gate and get the output. So that is your question. You need to draw the circuit for this Boolean expression, and this is your ultimate circuit from the Boolean expression. So you can draw the similar circuit for any of the Boolean expression. Just check another example. This is the explanation actually, which I already discussed. If it is still not clear, you can have a look. I'm not repeating the same thing then. I'm going to the next question. Okay, let's come here. Draw the circuit diagram to implement the expression x equals a plus b prime plus c. This is basically OR gate. So if you look at carefully here, you have one OR expression, two OR expression. So you may need two gate, and this two OR gate is connected with AND gate. So you may need two OR gate and one AND gate. So A plus B. So here you need one OR gate. So this is my OR gate, and this is my A, and this is my B. The output becomes A plus B. For this one, you may need another OR gate, but this is inverted. So B will be inverted. So we have B here. So B inverted B prime. This is C. OR gate, it becomes B prime plus C. And both of these is connected with AND gate. So A plus B, B prime plus C, this is ANDing together. So we need an AND gate. So this is my ultimate result. So you're given with this kind of Boolean expression, and you need to determine the circuit for that, which will be really helpful. Let's discuss about a couple of assignments. So throughout this lecture, we learned the truth table for two input AND gate, OR gate, AND gate, NOR gate, XOR and XNOR gate. So if you understand them correctly, you can determine the waveform, output waveform as well, and from there you can get the idea of how to implement the circuit, and later on you got the idea about Boolean expression, and from the Boolean expression how to draw the circuit. So The assignment is based on the concept what we learned before. If you look at the first assignment, it says give the truth table for a 3-input AND gate. So for 3 input, you have given A, B, and C, these 3 input, and you need to determine the output. So instead of 2 input, you need to determine 3 input AND gate. So you need to show the truth table, you need to show the equations, and you need to draw the circuit for that. The similar thing, 3 input XNOR gate. So you have given 3 input A, B, and C, and your output is F. So for this one, you also need to show the truth table, the circuits, and equations. Here you have given 4 input XNOR gate. So we already discussed about 2 input XNOR gate, but here you need to determine 4 inputs. So you have given A, B, C. Actually there will be D as well as the input, and output F. Draw the circuit diagram to implement the expression. I think that will be very straightforward for you because we already discussed similar kind of Boolean expression. I'm just giving you some hints. Say like this is single bit, I mean single expression A, B, C, B prime. So here you need AND gate with B inverted one. Here you need another AND gate. In between these two you need one OR gate, in between these two you need one OR gate, and in between these two you need one OR gate. So just you need to draw the circuit for this one. Similar thing here. We have AC one AND gate, BD another AND gate, EB prime another AND gate with inverted B, and another AND gate. Just remember this is 3 input AND gate. And here in between AC and BD you need one OR gate, BD and EB prime another OR gate, EB prime and EFT you need another OR gate. Just look at the expression carefully and just determine whether you need AND gate or OR gate, and other thing is you may need the inverter as well. Just be careful about it. I think it will be very easier for you to draw the circuit. Anyway, so if you find any difficulties, let me know. We will discuss it in the lecture session as well. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video lecture.